I think that knowing all of us have our own limitations, the thing that for me that would mean having my kids or myself the most happy is just kind of being able to live to your capacity. I think that kids like Max, I know he may never walk, but to see him in that bike and to see him with other kids that he's engaging with at school is very important. And I think to do whatever you're capable of doing is kind of what I would like to see for all my kids.
That's good. Yeah.
The one thing that's difficult about variety and mobility is that people don't understand how important movement is. But if I were to ask you to move just a few inches to your left or right, you would do it without thinking about it. But when a child lives in a difficult body or has a difficult mind, movement is almost impossible. We want to be there to make it easy because you can't participate in life unless you can move. It's an essential need in a human being's life. Variety kids are so wonderful and unique, and it's interesting because sometimes they don't need special treatment, they just need special equipment.
Little things for these kids can make a huge difference in their life, for the morale and just for their kind of general well-being, and also for the physical ability for these kids to get around. Max had been exposed to this bike at school in their adaptive PE class and really enjoyed it, to the point that all the teachers and the paras, every time we'd go talk to them, were so enthusiastic about how much he loved it. And it was obvious to us and his teachers and paras at school that this was a way for him to really kind of feel like a normal kid, somewhat.
Come on, buddy. Let's see what you got.
He's smiling and laughing the entire time. He's actually now able to start the bike himself, finish an entire round around the gym, and he feels proud, and I think he feels like one of the guys even at school.
I think about my friend Danielle, who was the star of a fashion show, and walking across that stage, and how empowered she was and how beautiful she was, and actually singing on the stage of a variety show. She's pursuing her dreams. She's got a great attitude, and I think that's what Variety wants to do. We want to empower these kids of what the possibilities are for them, not what they can't do, but what they can do. So we're here to help kids move so they can participate in their life, make their dreams come true. And we do that by raising money for really expensive equipment like wheelchairs, adaptive bikes, van ramps.
A lot of these things, they're very expensive. For example, one of these adaptive PE bikes can run several $1,000s. And most of the time, insurance won't cover that. So Variety is really good about getting kids those things in their home. A lot of times when families may not have the means, or insurance or other providers won't cover it.
The other thing I love about Variety is that we're a volunteer-based organization. Everyone that you see that works for us is a volunteer. Their hearts are so big because I think they feel how we change lives to kids that live in our own community. They can see them, they can get to know them, and they see that our gift has changed their life and changed their family's life. The independence that it's given them and the freedom of mobility just to be a kid. And I think that's been the most rewarding thing that's happened to me, is really feeling a bond with a variety of families. It's not about the gift, it's about empowering them to be the best that they can be, making the possibilities for their dreams to come true, and help supporting those families in need. 1 out of 4 families have someone with a special need, so there is a lot of need out there, and we're really excited to be able to help those people that need our help. And the other thing that we love is that all the money will stay to help Kansas City families. Last year we gave away 200% more gifts than in previous years. So we're really excited about what we're doing and our mission and our goals, and we hope tonight that you will help us and be a part of that. Be a part of the excitement of changing a child's life. Please give to Variety Children's Charity tonight or in the future. Thank you so much for joining us.
When I first moved to Kansas City, I found Young Variety through an ad in the paper, and ever since then I've been involved. And one of the first things I got involved in was the variety show the first year, in which I sponsored a table. And in meeting Deb, she was just so great, and her energy was just so amazing. And after the variety show was over, I got a voicemail And when I listened to it, it was Deb thanking me for sponsoring a table. And she was just so nice and so excited. And out of over 600 people that were there, Deb took the time out to call me and thank me for the donation that I made. And I still play that voicemail every day if I'm having a bad day, and Deb cheers me up, and I have Deb to thank for a lot of what we have going here. So, and that's why I think Deb is definitely deserving of this honor.
Deb is seriously one of the most compassionate people I've ever met in my entire life. She actually listens to people around her, and she actually cares about them. And it's not just for Variety, it's for everyone in her life. She really showed that to me just a few months ago. I had mentioned to her that my grandpa had passed, and my mom was in town, and I introduced her to Deb, and Deb immediately asked my mom how she was doing because that was her father that had passed. And it really meant a lot to myself and my mother, and it just shows how great Deb really is.
Deb Wiebrecht is one of the most amazing people I have ever met. Every week we have a conference call together, and I swear she is always on. She's the most positive person I think I've ever spoken with. She always has great, fresh ideas to bring to the organization, and she truly leads by example. There are so many people in Kansas City that join Variety simply because of her. She's one of the most inspirational people I've ever met, and so touching and wonderful. She's truly deserving of this honor.
Here's a tribute to you, Deb.
For dedicating your life to improve the lives of those around you.
Thank you for everything that you do.